Well, good morning. Well, good morning here at this part of the world.
It is
everybody.
morning for us.
It is indeed.
I think it might be afternoon for the other side of the world.
It is, yeah. Yep. So, yes, the other time zones, wherever you may be. Welcome to our very first live for Equine Connection. We're so thrilled to be doing this. It is really our very first one, and we are, really
super
thrilled.
excited. Yeah, we do lots of lives on our business page, but we're very excited as the instructors in this part of the world to be joining the lives. Good morning,
Hi,
Annie.
Annie. We love her.
Annie, I think you're our biggest fan.
I know. Isn't it great to have a fan? Because
is.
today's topic is actually about confidence and what gives you confidence. Having that support around you.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So firstly, though, we should introduce ourselves as we're relatively new to doing these lives, which will be now monthly from now on, which is lovely.
Yep.
So I'm Jane Hemingway-Mohr.
And I'm Alice Field.
And we're the Sydney-based instructors for Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine Assisted Learning, who are...
That's a tongue twister.
It is. I always admire Cara and Carolyn when they just say it so it rolls off the tongue. And for us, it's... it rolls off the tongue, but it is. There are a lot of equines in there, so yeah. Thank you. So speaking of confidence for today, what I realised today is it is almost exactly 4 years since I was had the honour of being asked to step into this role of instructor. So it was January 2017.
And we should celebrate later today.
We should indeed. So I took that fateful, but that sounds negative, and not at all, that fateful trip over to Canada to be further trained in this wonderful career, and to be able to help train, all of you guys out there who would like to step into this career. And it's been such a confidence building experience, actually, because, you and I were talking before about whenever you start out on a new venture, whatever that is, could be parenthood.
Yeah,
you've experienced that.
I've experienced that this year.
Yes, it could be anything in your life, a new relationship, a new job. You actually do need to. You start off often with a little bit of self-doubt and that lack of confidence. So to be able to actually have now say I've been doing this for 4 years, this particular role, obviously as a facilitator for longer, but as an instructor for 4 years now, is absolutely awesome. And you and I always say as well that we learn just as much from our participants as we do, as we do hopefully teach them. So it's a pretty wonderful journey that we've been on. The reason we chose this topic of confidence for today is it's kind of just the beginning of 2021. So we thought, what a better way to start the year off.
Kick the year off right.
Yeah, kick it off with confidence. So just thinking about that word, we were thinking about our own journeys in confidence, weren't we? Also, and you were saying how when you started out in this career.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, as Jane said, it's a really natural human kind of emotion when you start a new journey to have a little bit of potentially some self-doubt or a little bit of nerves in there, and building that confidence is just such an empowering journey. And for me, when I reflect, so I came into this career from a really different path. I enjoyed horses but had never had a huge amount to do with them. I had a stronger business background, but I really wanted to pursue my career in this industry, and
you really immersed yourself in it.
And I really, I did all of the things that, I guess when I reflect on my journey, what I really take away that helped build my confidence was just, being in it with my whole self. So really stepping 2 feet in. So I came and I did the program. I volunteered in stables. I started riding again. I did everything I could to build the skills in the area that I felt like I lacked a bit of confidence, which was my horse knowledge. And I'm so happy to say I look back and I think I got certified 4 years ago.
You did?
And about the time Jane was being qualified to be an instructor. And since then I've continued to do that. And
Alice was one of the first people I trained.
You were? Yeah, I was.
So she never left.
I know, yeah. We joke about this all the time, but it's true.
She just joined the family, basically.
Yeah, join the family, join the business. So, but I think, in order to continue to build that confidence, it's continuing to build your skill set. And one of the things that I love about this certification course is the continuing support and the continued opportunities to build your confidence in whatever area that might be. We all come from different backgrounds. Some might have really strong horse knowledge, need support on the business side. Others might be the opposite.
That's right. We have everyone from, people who've spent their life on the land with horses and other animals to people who've been in high-rise office buildings and need a tree change in their career. So
that would be me.
So it's we have such diverse background, but how rich is that as well, and how much does that help us, grow in our confidence as well, having that support system?
Absolutely, and we were talking about that as a really important thing for confidence, to have a support system and a support network, and the facilitator network that we have once people have completed the certification, I think, is just so key to building all of our confidence. We often are working in businesses a little bit more remotely. We don't go to an office necessarily with hundreds of people a day, but we have hundreds of facilitators online as a support network.
That's right, because you can often feel in any job, doesn't matter what it is, a little bit isolated when you start out. So this is a great way. We've got our horsey mugs. Cheers. When you start out, so this is a great network to be involved in. That you don't need to have that. And another thing we were talking about confidence is how you can get a little bit bogged down in some negatives, and in a way, congratulations to all of us from coming out of last year where everything was, we were all knocked off our feet, really, weren't we, with how we had to change the way we did things and all that sort of thing. So that is, just switching those negatives into positives and being, flexible and going with, also giving yourself time. So all those sort of things. But one thing that we do as a family, so I have 4 grown-up children, and my elderly dad lives with us, and my grown-up niece lives with us as well. So we've got a big household here, and each night at dinner, what we do is, and of course during the lockdown periods, we were really all there. So, there were limits on people who could be in your home, but we reached out with the people who live here. But every single night we do a thing where we need to say 3 positive things that happened in a day. And it's amazing then when people, like my kids, roll their eyes going, 3 positive things, but then they actually love it.
Of course, teenagers, they've got it. Yeah. It's a mandatory eye roll before any activity.
Exactly right. So what they do is we all have to think about it. So even if you haven't had, a great day, say, it makes you think about something that you can be grateful for and appreciate, and maybe you were a bit stuck but you overcame it. So that really builds your confidence. So every little thing about, turning those negatives or neutral things into positives really helps you grow that confidence.
Yeah, it's a really great tool. Sometimes the simplest tools can really help us build in areas like confidence. So taking that example to the next step, we have just put together an online program for teenage girls based on the work that we do with the horses, taking those lessons and applying it in a more flexible and accessible format, I guess.
Yeah.
And one of the activities that's in one of those programs is literally that. It's looking at a couple of different areas that potentially seem a bit negative. So what are some challenges they've had? And then ask the girls to think about what could be some of the potential positives from those situations. And what that really does is help the kids, and equally, I use these tools as well. It helps us look at things that happen just with neutrality, that, things can happen like COVID, but there are always potential benefits. And again, that just helps to really build confidence when we look to the future.
Hi,
thank you, Tracy.
Isn't she gorgeous?
That's a lovely comment.
Thank you for watching.
And I see Amanda and Marilyn, and lovely to see you all tune in.
That reminds me of play school.
Yeah.
If you're Australian, you'll know that. There's this kids program and they pretend to look out into the television, so not with running comments, and say, oh, and I see Alice and Jane and Peter and Tom. So sorry, just sidetracked there.
A little bit of Aussie humour.
Exactly. I distracted you. Yes,
no, that's okay. So, those simple tools, I think the key message here is some of those really simple tools are really so helpful in building skills like confidence.
That's right, and trying to see everything as an opportunity rather than, well, a challenge is, but challenges help you grow, and then as an opportunity rather than, oh, you know, oh dear, what do I do, and get bogged down in that. So, you know, in our line of work, we find that the horses are always helping us with that confidence, because not because they're saying, yeah, we've got you. It's like they just highlight things about you, don't they?
Absolutely.
It's like, well, okay, yeah, I can do this. I just need to be possibly clearer in how I'm communicating, or I need to be a little more assertive, or maybe I need to take a breath and slow down. And they just show you that, which is just the most magical thing as well.
And such a gift. And that's where we say, absolutely, we learn as much every day. You know, if we're running a course or running a program, for example, we learn as much as the participants.
Or just as we work with our horses each day, they show us. I was saying that to my husband this morning. I said, I can't get over that every single day.
Hi, May.
I just learn something about myself, or I watch an interaction with someone else. I'm like, wow, that was amazing to see. And it can be the most subtle little thing about that whole self-awareness thing, which is one of the biggest things to allow us to have that inner confidence as well.
Absolutely.
When we know who we are and we're confident with that, then that can, you know, no one can really put you down then. So, because confidence really comes from within.
Absolutely, and I just love watching in any of our programs, and it really doesn't matter. We could be working with kids, we could be working with adults, it could be a corporate team, it could be, you know, something completely different. But watching people in the arena with the horse and with the horses, and you know, it's not a huge amount of time, and often participants haven't had anything to do with horses. It's really common for them to come in a little bit unsure, lacking a bit of confidence.
Exactly.
What's this going to be like? These animals are huge. And you watch them, you know, bond with the horses, build that relationship, and, you know, thanks to the horses, they get that opportunity for self-reflection, and really that moment to breathe, which is so important.
Yeah, and that growth in confidence over that relatively, as you say, really short period of time is phenomenal.
Yeah, it really is.
We've had tears.
Ours in corporate programs,
ours as well as our participants. But yeah, even in a corporate team building program where you think, right, they're just out for their team building thing, it just hits to the core, and people realize something about themselves, which is pretty amazing to see that growth.
Yeah, it's a huge gift the horses can give, that gift of confidence and self-awareness.
Yeah, we'd love to know where everyone's from, who's watching. If you want to type in our comments just where you're from, that'd be great. Some of those names that we know and recognise and love, we love you all though, and others we don't, so we'd just love to see where everyone is watching from. That would be fabulous to know that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then also, if anyone's watching it on replay, if they would put, you know, hashtag replay, or is that what the girls say?
I think so.
We're trying to bring it to you like hurry, but remember, you've got to give us confidence. So thank you everyone for watching, which is really beautiful. Well, on that note as well, we would really love to hear any tips anyone has in the comments about how you kind of build your own confidence. Like, what is it? Is there something that you need to do on a regular basis and check in with yourself? Do you think you were just born with confidence?
Yeah.
I know that my youngest son was.
Yeah, certainly was.
But as opposed to other of my children who need to work on those things. So, you know, every single human being is different. Everyone is an individual, but these are things that, you know, we can really learn, and it'll help us move forward with our lives. So
I think part of building confidence is being open-minded to new ideas. So it'd be great if you could pop down your tips for confidence or something you've worked on, and we can all learn and share those ideas together. That would be fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. But as we were saying before, New South Wales,
Orange, New South Wales. Hi, Annie.
So Annie's not too far away from us, but in the country a bit.
Queensland. Hi, Denise.
As we were saying before, that we draw a lot of confidence from the programs that we run and working with our horses, and we, you know, really feel that through these courses that you can grow in confidence. I mean, you can build for your participants and for yourself even, it's just a huge learning curve. So that self-awareness thing, learning about yourself, is just quite an amazing way to build the confidence. So we just would love to hear your tips on building confidence as well. As Alice said, we can, grow together in those sort of things. So to wrap up for today, we would love everyone to put #confidence if you'd like to find out more about anything that we do. So with wearing our Equine Connection caps as instructors for Equine Connection, and I think that just to explain what that means, that we train people to become equine assisted learning facilitators in the Equine Connection modality of EAL, Equine Assisted Learning. We also wear another hat because we are certified through Equine Connection. We've started our own EAL business called Leading Edge Life Skills. So if anyone wants to know anything about how we did that or about the course itself, anything like that, we would love to hear from you.
#confidence, and we will get back to you.
We will indeed. So we want to thank everyone from the bottom of our hearts for joining our first live with Equine Connection. We're going to be doing a little series where we will alternate with interviewing other people who are working in this field, because we think it's really interesting to see where others have taken this career.
Absolutely. We've got some amazing facilitators out there doing incredible things. So
and combining different fields with it. So that's a really great thing, so something that you're already confident and competent in, combining that with the EAL to create an amazing business. So next month we will be interviewing a facilitator who is running an amazing business herself. And then we have other topics to move on to as well. So today was a bit of a topic to introduce ourselves as well and to kick off 2021.
I almost said 2020 there.
I know. Goodbye.
I don't want to do that year again.
No, bye 2020.
Bye.
Hello 2021. It's going to be different. Yes. And we will take all those lessons that we learned last year with all those challenges and have a confident 2021. So thank you all for tuning in, and let us know if you have any questions, and we will see you next month. We may even have that lovely frame by then
we're working on the technology side.
I know, we're not quite as good as the girls, but we're trying. So thank you for tuning in and giving us confidence in our lives, and we will see you next month.
Bye everyone.
Bye for now.